Welcome dear student. Today we will continue with the lesson the living world adaptations and classification. So this is a part 2 video of this lesson, and this lesson is from class 7. So let's start the lesson. So student, in our previous video we have studied the adaptation. So let's see the definition of adaptation once again. Gradual changes occur in the body parts and also in the behavior of organisms, which can help them to adjust to their surroundings, and such changes are called as adaptation, and they take place over a long period of time. So now let's study the adaptation in different plants. Okay, so first is adaptation in desert plants. Let's see. Desert plants are either leafless or their leaves are like small needles or have been modified into thorns. So student, you can observe the picture that in some plants instead of leaves, thorns are present, and these are the very small needles like. And as a result they lose very little water by the process of evaporation. So evaporation means the water is losing out from the plants in the form of vapors, and the stem stores water and food is therefore very fleshy. The stem stores water and food and is therefore fleshy, and the stems are green as they perform photosynthesis in the absence of leaf. Now what is photosynthesis? It is a process by which plants prepare their own food in the presence of sunlight, and there is a thick layer of waxy substance on the stems of these plants. Okay, their roots penetrate deep into the soil, and some roots spread away into the soil in search of water. That means you can observe the picture, right, in which we can see that the roots are penetrating deep into the soil in search of what? In search of water. So this was the adaptation in desert plants. Let's see the next. So next we have is adaptation in plants of snowy region, that means very cold region like Kashmir. So plants of snowy regions mainly include conifers like deodar and pine. So you can observe the picture of deodar in the figure, and these trees are conical in shape due to their sloping branches. You can observe the shape of the deodar tree, that is in the form of a conical shape. And in the heavy snowfall and extreme cold in this region, their conical shape prevents the snow from accumulating on the tree, and the thick bark help the tree to withstand the cold. That means due to their conical shape, the ice which falls on the trees, it getting sloping down due to their shape. Now next is adaptation in plants of forest region. So student, a variety of plants like trees, shrubs and herbs are found in the forest, and these plants compete among themselves for sunlight, and hence trees grow tall to get sunlight, and climbers and vines grow to great height with the support of trees. We know that the trees of in forest, there are very tall trees. Why? Just to get the sunlight, right? And there are shrubs also, bushes also, and herbs also. So all kind of trees and plants are present in the forest, and spring like tendrils on the stem of the climbers is an example of adaptation. Now what are the tendrils? These are the thread-like growth on the stem or leaves of a tall tree. Next is adaptations in grassland plants. So diverse type of bushes and grasses are found in the grassland. And the fibrous roots of grasses prevent the soil erosion. That means soil cannot be moving from place to place. And forests in the equatorial region are dense. That means it is very dense or compacted by the trees, shrubs, bushes. And animals like tiger, elephants and deer can remain hidden in these grasses. However, grasses in cold region are very short. Animals like the rabbit are now found in such grasses, and vast meadows are found in hilly areas as well as plain. So we have next type, that is adaptation for ingestion of food in plants. Now what is this? Ingestion means they take food, that means the plants take food into the body by swallowing or absorbing them into the body. So most of the plants are anchored in the ground and are autotrophic. Now autotrophic means the plants can prepare their own food in the presence of sunlight. However, the plants like dodder or cuscuta are parasitic. Now parasitic means they present on the other plants or tree to get the food. You can observe the picture also, the yellow colored ribbon like thread like dodder. It is a parasitic, that means it present on the stem of other trees. And the plant body of dodder consists of yellow wire like stems. You can observe the picture, and it is leafless and cannot perform the photosynthesis. However, it is a ribbon like. Okay, you can observe on the leaf thread like structure is present, which is a dodder or cuscuta. So however, it has hostorial or sucking roots for absorbing the nutrients from host plant, and these roots penetrate up to the conducting vessels of the host plant just to absorb water and food. Now next type is fungi. So fungi do not have chlorophyll and cannot perform photosynthesis, and they obtain food from starchy foodstuffs like bhakri and bread. That means they grow on the food which contain the starch in it like bhakri and bread, and they have root like fibers for absorption of the food. You can observe the picture of the bread this buds like structure is there, and we can clearly see the fibrous roots on the bread. So they can absorb the food with the help of these fibers. Okay, so now here we have the plants need nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium for the growth. Now plants that grow in soil which is deficient in nitrogen like Drosera, sundew, Venus flytrap, peacher plant, etc. Here you can observe the picture of Venus flytrap plant on the slide. So these plants fulfill their need for nitrogen by consuming the insect. You can observe on the first picture that it is trapping an insect. Okay, so by trapping the insect they get their food. So adaptation are seen in these plants which serve to attract insect and hold them captive. So this is how they get their food. So here student, we have completed the adaptation in all types of plants, and next part of the lesson we will cover in our next video. I hope you all have understood whatever I have tried to teach you. Thank you.